All right, shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, when I say
Kahala Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rakakadash.
and double honors for the apostles and the L's Great Millstone, and salutations for the elect, pushing His word in truth and sincerity across the full corners of the earth. Okay, today we're going to do this video on understanding wisdom. Okay, so the brother's going to get, you have a Prophet? Get Sirach 18 and start at 27. We'll read to 32nd verse. So there's a difference between having wisdom and actually understanding the wisdom. You know, you might get wisdom but not understand it, therefore you don't apply it. You know what I mean? And you could tell that by, well, anybody who has the Bible itself is wisdom. And a lot of people have it, but not a lot of people understand it, therefore they can't apply the wisdom. You know?
You said Sirach?
Yeah, Sirach Ecclesiastes.
18 and
18 and 27.
Sirach 18 and 27. A wise man will fear in everything, and in the day of sinning he will beware of offense.
That's right. Because he understands, right? And you're applying what the scriptures talk about, which is humility. When you understand, the scriptures talk about being humble and having humility. And when you understand that, you will apply it. An example of that is when you go off. It says a wise man will go off and be aware. This guy's gonna highlight that. Read that one more time.
A wise man will fear in everything.
Will fear in everything. Why? Because he understands the Most High controls everything, right? And you have to understand we're sheep among wolves, not the other way around, right?
And the day of sinning he will be aware of offense.
The day of sinning, he'll be aware of offense, man. When you go off, you got to be aware that you're going to get judged. It's just that simple. And you have to take your judgment like a grown man, right? Go ahead.
But a fool will not observe time.
Exactly. So how do you know 2/3 of Israel are foolish? Because they're not taking in what kind of time we're in right now. They're talking about love, peace. They're talking about making it to the league. About 10, 20 years down the road, they're going to be millionaires.
Growing my business.
Growing my business. When they don't know Yahushua is coming back, he could be coming back next year. You know, this place is crumbling. Where you want to establish your riches and your dream and accomplish your dreams and ambitions in the place that's circling in the drain. You know? It's going to be destroyed. America's about to be destroyed. And everything else that's of it. Go ahead.
Every man of understanding knoweth wisdom, and will give praise unto him that found her.
That's why we give praises unto the elders, the apostles. Because we know what they're speaking is wisdom. You know, and that's why we give praises unto them. How do you know when someone's speaking wisdom? When it's the truth. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, wisdom is not going to be a lie. Or else it's not wisdom. Wisdom is the truth. When someone tells you the truth, they're giving you wisdom. And we praise the apostles and the elders for that, man. Go ahead.
They that were of understanding and sage became also wise themselves, and poured forth exquisite parables.
Exquisite parables, man. That's like when that word is exquisite, man. That's something that a chef used when he made the finest dish.
Garnished it and everything.
Yeah.
All the nice flavors, all the seasonings.
That's right.
The prime meat.
Right, and that's how this truth is brought forth, man. Like, I mean, I get excited every time I do a lesson. I'm okay. I'm about to get some meat today. Just like when you go to the restaurant and you came back. You just left a full days of work. You're hungry. Like, yo, okay, what am I trying to order today? What am I eating today? It's the same thing when we dive into these scriptures to study, right, and to acquire wisdom. We're like, okay, it's time to be fed. Right? And Yahushua said to Peter, if you love me, feed my sheep, feed my flock. And the apostles have been feeding the flock since before YouTube. Right? They've been out there on the highways and the byways enduring hell and pushing the truth out for 30 plus years. So with other elders and brothers, man. And so on down to us brothers who are doing the same thing for other brothers, man. That's what you call synergy. Everything's working in cohesion for each other, the body. Right? That's the power of the Most High. That's wisdom. Go ahead.
Or even synchronicity.
Synchronicity.
That was the word.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah,
It says synergy.
yeah.
Salaki, synchronicity.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. Synchronicity.
Yeah.
I seen your spirit light up when I said that. That's funny. Go ahead.
Go not after thy lusts, but refrain thyself from thine appetite.
Yo, earlier I said, in the previous video, the dog that the dog that wins in you is the one that you feed the most.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? So the scripture just said, refrain thyself from that appetite. It's not talking about your spiritual appetite. Maybe sometimes, sometimes it is. Because sometimes brothers be chewing on meat that's too much for you.
Choke and die.
And choking, you need to sleep. That's you choking. But, in other words, it's also talking about not always going after your lust. Lust comes from the flesh and not from the spirit. The spirit's already in tune with everything. So lust comes from the flesh. So refrain thyself from that appetite. In other words, be balanced, man. When you actually understand wisdom, you focus on trying to be balanced. You focus on trying to be a balanced man, a balanced human being. Or else what's the point of, because that's all wisdom is. All wisdom is a steady flow of perfection, which is balance. When you speak, you don't speak too much. You speak enough to answer the question. When you work, you don't work too much, but you work enough to make your money.
Uh-huh.
It's all that's being wise. That's understanding. Wisdom is when you apply balance. Is when you understand wisdom. You know what I mean? So yeah, refrain yourself from your appetites. Go ahead. Where's that?
That was 30.
Okay, go with 32.
If thou givest thy soul the desires that please her, she will make thee a laughing stock to thine enemies that malign there.
Yeah, that's right, man. Because you can't, like I said, you can't keep going after the flesh. You gotta keep going after the lust of the flesh.
Take not pleasure in much good cheer,
That's
neither be tied to the expense thereof.
That's right, man. That's and Ecclesiastes says that gifts destroys the heart. There's a time like when when good things happen, acknowledge it, accept it, but don't live in it, because that's not the reality. When something happens too much, it's not reality. When you overdo something, it's not reality, because you're obviously overdoing it. You know what I mean? That's just that simple, right? It's just like eating. Some people like a personal testimony of myself. When I first came into truth, I was 180 lean, and I got to like 270 in about a year. I gained 100 pounds just eating. At the time, I didn't know I was depressed, right? But I had ate so much and overate that that I wasn't even in this reality. Because in this reality, the apostles and the elders were teaching about balance. Be balanced, not to be extreme. But I was still eating too much, so obviously I wasn't living in that reality. You know what I mean? So that's an example of that. When you go too far in anything, you take yourself away from reality, and reality is balance. Because reality is wisdom. That might be deep for little brothers, but whoever it falls upon, it falls upon. If you understand, you understand.
That was 32.
Yeah, so go to Proverbs 3 now. 3 and 13 we'll read. Yeah, because even just to expand on that reality, what I meant by that is, if the Most High, He says He is, and He can, and that means He is everything. He is every spirit. He is everything. So if the Most High is everything, and the Most High is balanced Himself, that means reality will be balanced. That's what I mean by that. So when you're not being balanced, you're being extreme, you're actually taking yourself away from reality. Because reality is Yahweh. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit breakdown on that. Just in case it's a little too much.
So Proverbs 3 and 13.
Yeah, 3 and 13.
Okay, come. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding.
That's right. That's right. The man that findeth wisdom and the man that getteth understanding. Happy it is the man that findeth wisdom. You know how much, you ever see those videos where people have been going through it in life and then, they somehow they end up at a church, right? And then their problems go away. They become happy when they find hope. And our people find hope in the scriptures. It has to do with the Lord. It has to do with something spiritual for Israel to find hope. That's why they'll go to a church, now they're a part of a church, the pastor speaking, and they're a part of a community.
Yeah.
And you see that they get more happy. But, read that one more time.
Happy is the man that findeth wisdom,
Right?
and the man that getteth understanding.
And the man that getteth understanding. So they're only getting half of the plate. Half of the food. Because they might be happy that they found wisdom. But later on, they're still doing their same. They're still doing their same wicked acts. So they're truly not happy at all because they haven't found understanding. It's a difference, man. A man that finds wisdom and gets understanding of the wisdom that he has found will be truly happy. That's why the scripture said, "And the truth shall set you free." It's just that simple because you've gotten wisdom, and you actually understand it. Hence, why you apply it. Now you don't bug out when someone passes away in your family, because you understand wisdom. Now you don't think it to be strange when you go through hell and your car doesn't work when you're in the middle of the street.
Just laugh.
You laugh because you're like, you understand wisdom. When your woman turns sideways and looks like a whole different demon, you don't think it. You don't get frustrated because you understand wisdom. That's what all that's about, right? Go ahead.
For the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver,
Yeah,
and the gain thereof than fine gold.
that's right. That's why King Solomon asked for wisdom directly, because it's the source. He didn't ask for riches, women, fame. He asked for wisdom because he understood that all that stuff comes if you have wisdom. It's that simple, man. Go ahead.
She is more precious than rubies, and all the things that canst desire are not to be compared unto her.
That's right, man. You can't compare nothing onto wisdom. Because if comparing something to wisdom, it's like comparing something to the Most High.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You can't do that. The Most High is everything. You can't compare anything to something that's everything. So therefore, you can't compare nothing to wisdom. Nothing. Go ahead.
Length of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand riches and honor.
That's right, man. Because through wisdom, you can live forever.
You get everything through wisdom.
Exactly.
Like everything.
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 Go ahead.
Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace.
That's right. Now, jump to get Ephesians 5:15. Yeah, so, go ahead.
Ephesians 5:15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
Circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Go ahead.
Redeeming the time, because the days are evil.
Redeeming the time because the days are evil, man. Listen, you've been given this wisdom so you can see clearly and see properly. Because the majority of Israel can't see. That's why they're going off as hard as they are. And the rest of the other world, they can't see the truth. That's why they're going off. Because if they could see the truth, they wouldn't be going off. Right? So being in these evil times, you're to walk as circumspect. Right? To watch everything. See everything as a spirit, man. Don't take everything so personally. A saying that I live by is, take things personally, but don't take them to heart. You know what I mean? Because like at the end of the day, you still want to develop yourself, and you still wanna set the tone of being righteous. When someone's being wicked, you still got to teach them to be. You still have to rebuke them, but you don't take it to heart, because you have to see everything as spirits. And don't trust everybody, man. I don't trust no one that's not in the truth. If you're not in the truth, this brother knows. If you're not in the truth, I don't care. I don't trust you.
Yeah.
You're never getting the full story. Never. I won't openly lie, but I'm never going to tell you the truth. I'm never going to trust you with everything.
Well, it's because of the wisdom and understanding that you have. You just know not to. Like, you just-
Exactly. Right? And you learn that. But the brothers in the truth, you can be free with them because they're fighting the same fight. So they understand. Right?
So I got, because circumspectly, I remember looking up this word, and it's a word I know not everyone knows. Because this is a very specific word. So, for Greek.
Strong's G
Put it up,
199. Akribos. Akribos.
So akribos. So outline exactly, accurately. Wow, I'm saying this word wrong. Accurately, diligently. What else is there? Perfectly.
And that's funny because when you break down that word, circumspect, circum means circle, which is perfect. A circle is a perfect shape, right? A triangle is the shape of power. A square is also another perfect shape, but so is a circle. And then the word spect means to look. So you're looking in full circle. You're looking around, man. But if you don't have wisdom, you're not gonna be able to see the full spectrum. So therefore, like the brother just read, you won't be able to be perfect. If you can't see the full spectrum, how can you be perfect? That's why the Most High had it for Adam to fall off, because we only knew one side, and we weren't perfect. But now, Lord willing, we have the elect. We have now understood wickedness and righteousness. Now we've understood the full circle. Now we can judge with full wisdom and understanding. Right? Go ahead. Yeah, 15.
Okay, so just finish 15.
15 to 17.
Okay. I'll start back at 15. Ephesians 5 and 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. That was
Be ye
17.
not unwise, but understanding the will of the Lord is. That means getting into the scriptures, man. Because you have to understand, like, it really goes back to how should I do? That's understanding the will of the Most High. What does the scriptures say? What does the law say? If you're about to do something and you don't know whether you can do it or not, what does the law say?
Yeah. Yeah.
You
The
just come
answer's
that,
there for you.
the answer's there for you, man. You just have to look. You have to seek, right? If you don't have your scriptures on you, well, you have your scriptures on you because of your phone. Every brother has a phone. If you don't have a phone, well, then you pray right there and then. Okay? I don't know what I should do. You pray about it, and the Most High will answer you. It's just that simple, man. You have to have faith in that. Understand the Most High's will. Look to seek look to fulfill the will of the Most High. Always look to do that, man. And that will keep you. That will help you attain more wisdom as you go. The Most High will give you even more. Okay, more, and then more, and then more. Cause you're doing His will. It's just like when you're at work. When you do your boss's will, right? You get a promotion. Or you're doing it even more and you're doing it even better. You get another promotion. It's the same thing with the Most High. Keep doing His will, you keep getting promoted with more wisdom.
Exactly. That's the best promotion there is.
Exactly. It's a promotion of wisdom. But to get promotions of wisdom, you have to understand what you're doing. Right? If you don't understand what you're doing, how can you acquire that promotion? Right? So that's why it's good to be humble, man. When you really don't know something, don't talk like you do. Keep your mouth shut. If you really don't know it, don't just say you don't know it. It's better off that way. You're safe. People like to profess they know more than they actually do. And that's because they're insecure about the knowledge that they do have. Or the lack of knowledge they do have. They're insecure about it. That's why people always feel like they need to know, or they always feel like they need to speak even when they don't know. And that's, you shouldn't be doing that. If you don't know, say you don't know, and the Lord will and the Most High gives you the answer. Go ahead. That was it on that, eh?
Yeah, that was 17.
Okay, last scripture now, Proverbs 18 and 15.
Proverbs 18 and 15. The heart of the prudent getteth knowledge, and the ear of the wise seeketh knowledge.
The heart of the prudent getteth knowledge. The mind of the prudent. Prudent means to work. When you're diligent in your work. So when you're looking for wisdom and all you're doing is doing research, you're reading the scriptures, you're praying, you're fasting, well, guess what? You're being prudent. And the heart of the prudent getteth wisdom, right? Is that getteth understanding or wisdom?
Heart of the prudent getteth knowledge,
Getteth knowledge. And then
and the ear of the wise seeketh knowledge.
the ear of the wise seeking knowledge, man. So when you're listening to the elders and other brothers break down scriptures and watching their videos, if they say certain things you don't know, write it down. Yo, not enough brothers actually study, man. You know, like when you read, when you're watching other brothers and elders and the apostles break down scriptures, if you don't understand every single thing they're saying, then you need to be writing it down. Right? He just read that the ears of the wise what?
The ear of the wise seeketh knowledge.
The ears of the wise seeketh knowledge. If you're not listening to what you don't know, how are you going to seek knowledge and acquire what you should know? You know, you got to listen to what you don't know so you can learn, so you can study to show thyself approved. And that way you'll keep seeking knowledge, man. So that's it on that. Okay, so with that, we're going to close up. We're going to say, Kahala Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakadash. And double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And salutations to the elect pushing this word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. Death and destruction to his wicked kingdom, 2/3 of Israel, and Esau as well. Shalom.
Shalom.